Well, hello, welcome back, lovely people. I am in the middle of revamping, reorganizing my usual place where I record videos. And so, therefore, I'm having to do this a little bit differently. And I am on my computer and I don't know how I feel about it. But it is what it is. I think when I'm talking to people and having conversations, it's super easy to like do it at my work area. And so that's what this is. But it's really weird for me to be making a video that I'm going to post later in this same spot because usually I don't. But anyways, here it is. It is what it is. As you can tell, this video is about the AFC East. That is my next division that I'm focused on with my conversations. And I will say this division was super hard for me to decide what order I'm going to release the videos, mainly because I feel like this division is going to be an interesting one this year. Obviously, elephant in the room, Aaron Rodgers is coming back. So anytime you have somebody like an Aaron Rodgers coming back, it always can throw a monkey wrench into things. I just said monkey wrench. Like, is that an old school word? I don't know. And so there's so many things that are happening with the AFC East. I think historically, the Bills have really dominated this division. They've been the team to beat in this division, but who knows? Is this the year that they take a step back? Obviously, they lost a lot of receivers. They were over salary cap tremendously, so they had to make a lot of moves this offseason to get under salary cap. So, like, who knows what the Bills are doing? And then obviously, there's the Miami Dolphins. That as of late, they have that fast offense. I think the Miami Dolphins look very pretty, and they're easy to cheer for because I feel like the way that they run their offense is very pretty and it's like you want to watch it. But what does that even mean? And then you have the Patriots, right? Like minus Bill Belichick. This will be the first time in 20 plus years we will see the Patriots without Bill Belichick. Historically, we know what they've been. Historically, the AFC East has been the division to look out for because of the Patriots. And so now without Bill Belichick, obviously Tom Brady's retired. Like, what are the Patriots? We don't know. And so that's what makes this division super exciting. I will be honest and say, usually before I create this video, I already have everything set up to release. As of this recording, I am not 100% sure what I'm going to do and how I'm going to set this up. I've looked at the strength of schedule, so I know what that's telling me. And I'm going to probably trust my gut a little bit, but this might be one of those divisions that I get either terribly wrong or I'm actually spot on based off how I'm assessing things. So as always, the videos will release in order of how I think the division will finish, with the last team being first and then so forth. So what that means is Monday will be the fourth place team. Tuesday will be the third place team. Wednesday will be the second place team. And on Thursday, the coveted Thursday spot, that will be the team that I think is going to win the division. So before I get further into that, I want to play some clips so that you can kind of see the previews of the interviews that are coming up this week.
Because I love what we did with the offensive line, especially with getting Tyron Smith in free agency, one of the
Okay.
premier left tackles in the league when healthy. So we got
Facts.
him, and then we also traded for Morgan Moses. I know it wasn't a free agency move, but it was done in the off season. So like, you know what I mean.
It
So
counts.
I
Yep.
like that. Exactly. So I like that getting two of our that was our problem last year. It was we had tackle problem and injury problem on the offensive line. Like on the
Yeah.
inside, all line we good. Like we have Elijah Vera Tucker, who is one of the best left. I think he's one of the best left or right guards in the league. We
Okay.
drafted a center last year that was pretty good. So like we kind of set, and we also drafted the offensive tackle from Penn State, Fashanu. So with him,
Mm.
I think so for his first year we could stick him at guard, or maybe one of our other guards from last year actually develop and get better. But I'm feeling confident about our offensive line. Our key is injuries because for us to have a good and productive O line, we need Tyron Smith to be healthy.
Yeah, and he's had health issues. Um,
For sure.
yeah,
And
let's
and
just
that,
let's just
that
hope
go,
he's healthy.
right, that goes the same way with our other acquisition in free agency too.
Or else they win it, because Bill's Mafia in reality is us. Bill's Mafia is family. It's the
Yeah.
fans. Um, so they just took it. So they just saw dollar signs, and I love my team, but it's just reality. I look at things. I try to be real with everything I talk about. But yeah, but Bill's Mafia is, for me, is, and of course every fan base is going to tell you their fan base is the best, and I understand that. But
listen, I'm a
feel,
Steelers fan. So
yeah,
you know how,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I just feel like Bills Mafia has gone through a lot, as fans, one. And I feel like if you look around, like charity wise, man, like Bills Mafia steps up all the time.
Yeah, I agree
on
with
other
that.
teams, and like we've done, and I don't feel like our fan base is like this super cocky, arrogant fan base. Like we're just like other, of course every fan base is gonna be our team's the best. I get that, like, you know what I mean? But I don't feel like our fan base is so over the top, in your face, talking trash. Like, and I've never been that way. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I just think I love Bills Mafia. I love everything we do. But that's how Bills Mafia got started.
Or like working into this new era without Bill Belichick.
Yeah, it's definitely a different free agency than normal. We gave a lot of our young guys big contracts, which we normally don't do. So I don't think we really. I feel like we solidified our team for the future, but we didn't really bring in any new faces. It was more of re-signing a lot of our younger guys on rookie contracts, and paying them. So I think it really helped kind of it definitely helped keep our defense together. For the next few years, which is good because our defense has always been good. So it was kind of interesting to watch. I mean, we still have, I think, like $50 million in free agency to spend. So it's like it's one of those things that's going to be interesting if they re-sign some good bigger contracts and extend some of the guys with that, or what they kind of do here. But yeah, it felt like more like a building free agency, building on what we have and getting younger.
That's fair. How did you feel when they let go of Mac Jones? Were you all kind of over him? Did you know that it was coming?
Well, to me, it was like as it's wont to be with the Dolphins for the last several decades. It's like a yin and yang. I'm like miserable that I lost Christian Wilkins. I lost Van Ginkel. Connor Williams got injured. He's not coming back. And Robert Hunt. Those are big pieces, And with Dolphin fans, it's like, oh, it's not a big deal. Last year, we got to have them. Look how awesome they are. They get injured. We don't lose. And now they're gone and nobody's. So that part of me is like broken hearted because I really love Christian Wilkins. Like, I love the guy. He was a brilliant pick. I loved how cheap he was. I'm cheap. I love cheap. I love hardworking. I loved his character, his background, his enthusiasm. Grabbing a towel, Josh Allen was always a good thing to do. Van Ginkel's another guy. Connor Williams, I was one of the first people anyway to say that he was going to play center. People called me crazy, and he ended up playing center. So that was like, he was my, like,
he's your guy.
I know what I'm talking about. Okay, now he's gone. So, so that kind of bothered me. But, OBJ is a big piece. But not as big as what I think people think. But it's a nice piece because, if he'll need
everybody else.
It helps you. It's not, and he doesn't drop footballs. Waddle and Hill like to drop footballs. Shaq Barrett was a nice fill-in, but you got Chubb, who's out for a while, and Phillips, you don't know when they're coming back. I saw an image of Phillips.
I will say, this is very weird recording myself this way. I talk with my hands. My desk is here. I see a trash can in the view. The lighting is super bright in here. Like, it looks pretty, but I feel a little uncomfortable as I'm sitting here making this. So, and I'm not going to re-record because I kind of like being uncomfortable and I kind of like having to figure things out. So this is super uncomfortable for me. This is also one of the first videos that I'm recording since I've been back from vacation, and I can see I'm a little bit sunburned and on my face, and I can see spots where I look a little splotchy, which it is what it is. Life happens. I had a ton of fun. Jamaica was awesome. So whatever. My birthday passed. So listen, if I had it to do all over again, I would do it all over again. But as this keeps going, again, I think I've said 1,000 times, and I will continue to say this. Thank you to everybody that came and talked to me. Thank you for everybody that has sent me feedback based off of what you're watching and what you're seeing and what you're experiencing. And thank you for those of you that are just football fans that are just like enjoying watching what other people are saying about their teams. And it's also super cool to watch how excited you all get when your team pops up and to see your fan have a conversation with me. And so that has been tremendously amazing. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. As I've also said in previous recordings, I will put everybody's information that wanted me to put their information in the description in each of their episodes. So if you think about it, go show them some love, go subscribe to their channels, tell them I sent you. They've all been pretty amazing. So this has been super fun. So I will stop blabbing. I will stop this feeling of uncomfortableness as I'm doing this. But I hope that you enjoy the AFC East as much as I enjoyed recording the AFC East. The cool thing about these recordings is everybody except for one person I actually did not know. And so it's so cool to like talk to people that you don't know about their teams, about just a general passion of football and to hear what they say. So thank you for everybody who was a part of this. Also, I think before I end this, I do want to mention, and I made a video before the video, my Miami Dolphins interview, I had just gotten a new mic. I don't know if you remember, but before I told you about some chaos that happened. My computer broke, my microphone broke, my AirPods broke. Everything was a disaster. However, the first interview I did with my new microphone was the Dolphins interview, and I am super loud. So this is just a first reminder to tell you to turn your microphones down or turn your volume down whenever you're listening to the Miami Dolphins conversation, because I was super loud. I'm a loud talker, have a big family. I can't help it. And I just got really excited and I was leaning forward. And so the sound quality is absolutely atrocious on some parts. So sorry in advance for that. There will be another warning before that video, but I just wanted to throw that out there here. So as always, like, thank you for joining me on this journey. I'm super excited that these are like rolling out. And I do want to mention one thing to note is I recorded all of these videos within a 2-week time period. And that 2-week time period was at the beginning of May, right after Mother's Day. And so these have been pre-recorded from almost now a month ago. And so just for some context, I know some of you were like, hey, why didn't you ask this question about the schedule? Why didn't you ask this question about the schedule? How come some people are getting certain questions? Some people are getting certain things. If you remember, the schedule released May 15th, I think it was. And so I had already done at least 15 to 20 conversations before the schedule released. So that's why different people got different questions. I actually also feel like I got better at talking to people. And so some people just benefit from a more experienced me. And it just kind of is what it is, but just sit back and enjoy them. They're not perfect. So I appreciate the feedback and things like that, but just remember, different things happen, different time periods. These are pre-recorded. And by the end of this, some of these will be like 2 months of recording that is just being released. So just stay calm, stay patient. Remember, there's a process. Remember, this is releasing division by division. I am no longer recording these interviews. They have already all been recorded. And so at this point, it's just me releasing them and getting them out. So I just wanted to throw that in there because I have had questions about why certain people are getting asked certain things and different things like that. And it's just timing and when they were scheduled. And I was just having conversations with people. So that is what that looks like. But as always, I hope you enjoy this week's AFC East. If you're not already, don't forget to turn on those notifications, because if you don't turn on those notifications, you will not know when the new videos release. But as always, thank you for joining me with this. This has been an interesting time and I'm learning, but it's still been fun. And I'm super excited to be able to bring you some football content when it's not really football season.